Hey, it's Dee Dee Black.
Hey, it's Ricky Brown.
This is the Let's Go Sis Podcast. Welcome back every week. We are so excited to be here with you.
Definitely having a good time. Just talking about real life, the real, the raw, all
Yeah,
the things.
speaking of the real, the raw, what have you been doing this week? Because you look cute on the Zoom. I had all day to look cuter than this, but I've been running around ragged. And so you get what you get. And this is real life. So not just real talk, real sisterhood, but real life. So what have
Yeah.
you been doing? Because you look fancy Nancy.
Oh, well, I have been fancy on top and pajamas on bottom for the most part.
Circa 2020.
Circa 2020, yes. Because I've been on Zooms most of the day. Actually, I took a break to drive to a dermatology appointment that was a total disaster and decided to leave and drive all the way back. So I did
Disaster,
my
like, is
time
something
in the
wrong?
car also. No, no. Mom, because of her melanoma, last year I decided like I'm getting older, I should go get my skin checked or whatever. And actually, I had this like little cyst on my arm that I was bugging me, so I was like, oh, whatever, I'll just go get it checked out. Well, that I like, stockpiled all of my skin needs, so I had that. And I also, when I was in Korea last year, I got bit by that mosquito, remember? And everybody here was
Oh,
freaking
yeah.
out. Like, why don't you go to the doctor? Why don't
The plague. She got the
yeah,
plague.
I didn't. And I'm like, hello, I'm a PA. I know that there's nothing that the doctor's going to do for this. They're going to be like, you got a bug bite, go home. Because it wasn't like super infected or anything like that. Anyways, long
It
story
was big
short,
though. Don't act like it was. It was kind of big, and it
well,
was
it was
really
big. And
bad.
the weird thing is that it left like this, like, I felt like an indentation in my forehead. So when
Oh,
I went to the esthetician, this is how it actually really got to the level of I'll go to the doctor. I don't even think I told you this, but I she was like, your forehead looks a little weird. And I'm like, what? And then I was like, oh, well, actually, I got bit by this mosquito. And she freaked out. And I'm like, calm down. It's already over. It's done. Like, there's no issues anymore. And then I decided, okay, fine, I'll go to the dermatologist. So I went to the dermatologist, long story short, and they said, okay, we can send you to someone to fix your cyst. Your forehead's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't listen to the noise. And
I mean, honestly, if I'm gonna go to a doctor, especially for anything like that, just because our mom did have the melanoma, it was
yeah.
terrifying. And definitely people should get checked. That should be something
Okay.
that we put
Yeah,
out
so
there.
they did take it checked. And so yeah, so I
But I
did.
appreciate a doctor that's like, that's crazy. No, move on next, because then you're like suddenly, or at least me, because I'm not a PA, and Google tells me I'm dying anytime I Google something. I would be like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Like, this is the best doctor I've ever seen in my life, because they were like, no. Okay, so go ahead.
For sure. So I told the doctor, I was like, okay. And then he's like, but come back next year for your skin check. I said, okay. So in the meantime, I went, I got the cyst removed off my arm. All was good, benign. We're all good. And then today I had an appointment scheduled, but I stand on the fact that they called me to schedule this annual skin check. It's a different office than the place that I got my cyst removed. So I knew that. Anyway, long story short, I drove to the place where I got the cyst removed, which is not where you have a skin check. And the whole time I was at the GPS, I was like, this is weird. This is wrong. Not to mention the fact that this place is an hour from where I live. Okay. So it's not like I drove 10 minutes down the road.
Yeah.
And then I get there and I'm like, maybe they combined offices. So I go up and I'm like, oh, I'm here for a skin check, but we don't do skin checks here. But we saw you paid your copay. Go ahead. We'll put you in the room, whatever. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of awkward, but okay. And we'll collect the rest of your fee at the end. I'm like, rest of my fee? I already paid my copay and it's a well check. Like, what's the deal there? I don't even think usually well checks have a copay. But anyway, I get in the room. The girl comes in that was the assistant the last time for my cyst removal. And she's like, okay, you missed us, huh? We're going to move a different one. And I'm like, what? No, no, no.
Oh, okay, that's the doctor you don't want then.
Well, no. I mean, I feel like it wasn't their fault. I just feel like it was like, I don't know what happened. And I'm like,
Confusion.
actually, yeah. I'm like, actually, great. I'm going to drive back home now.
So did you give him grace, or did you pill out like that one time when we were at McDonald's and they gave you the wrong cookies?
That was mom, by the way, and I gave them grace. I don't know, maybe that wasn't
Oh
mom.
my
Mom
God,
did the
no,
Dr.
that was
Pepper one.
you
That was
when
me
you
with
were
the cookies.
pregnant
That's
with
right.
Tanner. She
No,
was a
it
cookie
wasn't.
fanatic.
No,
Yes,
it
you were.
wasn't. No, 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 it wasn't then. It was actually when I was nursing Paige because those
Yeah, they gave you
cookies didn't
chocolate
have
chip.
milk in them. That's right. And I needed the sugar because I was nursing Paige and Paige, her lactose intolerance made me a nut. I had to like eat certain foods. It was terrible. Um, Anyway,
Anyway, I didn't mean to
yeah,
end your story. Go ahead.
Anna, I did not have to I could eat whatever I wanted with that child. He was the best when it came to nursing. The other two, not so great, but you know what? It's okay.
Yeah, you
I
made it.
lost all my pregnancy weight nursing those kids, so I literally tried to talk Matt into a fourth kid, like, so I could nurse again. That's terrible. But I was like, I need to get rid of this weight. I think I could do it better next time. So let's try. But I mean, now, not now. I'm talking like 4 years ago.
Yeah, I'm
That was
like,
my
okay,
reasoning.
grandma.
That's a terrible reason.
I mean,
Terrible reason.
you could still, I guess, but that would be
That
crazy.
sounds super vain. No, I can't anymore, remember?
Oh yeah.
Dunzo at the baby department. I mean, first of all, I'd have to find a new husband, so that's obviously out. That's out number one. But actually, since last year, um, yeah, no, I had an endometrial ablation, and so it's out.
Okay, but back to your story. So you left the doctor's office, obviously, or you didn't. You didn't just let him like poke at you, right?
No, I left. I left and drove back home.
And you were happy
And here
about
I am.
that?
I mean, I'm not trying to have somebody cut me when I'm not, no, when I'm not prepared for that. No.
Definitely the wires were crossed.
Wires were crossed, you know? Yeah. In other news, I did notice one of my neighbors was putting fake plants in her uh like flower bed when I drove home, which
How do you feel about that?
I don't like those.
Do they look good though? Do they look real or no?
I feel like from the street maybe, but when you
Okay.
get close, there's just no way. In
Yeah.
fact, I saw someone else the other day doing that, and I was thinking to myself, not in person, online, and I was thinking to myself, no.
Well, we have this neighbor. Well, it's like a couple streets over, but in our neighborhood, that they're not fake. But I'm pretty sure they like go to the nursery or wherever you get Home Depot, maybe Lowe's somewhere, and like go like this and just like point, and then they pick that and they put it in their yard.
That
So
sounds like me, actually.
no, 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 no. They don't. No, 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 no. There's rhyme or reason when you put it in your yard. Like it's in the flower bed where it's supposed to go, or like
Oh, you mean like on the lawn?
I'm talking like they've got a mulberry bush and a palm tree in the front lawn, like,
Oh,
and do not care. Like whatever they find, they just throw it in there. And it kind of cracks us up because it's like streets over. It's like on a main street, and
yeah.
it's like, what are we doing? But I mean, all their stuff grows. I will give them that. All of their things grow. Like everything grows. I don't have that kind of green thumb, but I do like plants now that I'm getting older. But this family, it's like wild. Like every time you go down the street, there's like a new something, and you're like, why? Like there's a huge. I'm not even kidding. A huge succulent, like one of those succulents that look like like you didn't pick it, like it just grew by itself. They have one of those in the
Oh,
front of their house, like massive. Yeah,
wow.
and then apparently they don't like the sun because they put a sunshade in front of their house also, but they kept on theme because the sunshade is looks like clouds. So they have like their own
Oh
drink
my
garden, but
God.
it's in the front
Stop.
yard. So I'm like, I think Alice in Wonderland lives there. That's what I
Yeah,
was
this is
explaining
why we have,
to
yeah,
them.
Alice in Wonderland. That's funny. This is why we have HOAs, you know? And
Yeah,
honestly, I know there's mixed opinions on that. I'll give you mine. I like them. I think I like them.
crazy lady that calls and's like, she has fake flowers, get her.
No, no, definitely not. I mean, I don't care if they look nice enough. It's just not my taste to have the fake flowers.
Yeah.
But I mean, because I don't want people coming up to my front door and then they're like, those flowers look a little dusty. You know what I mean? Like, no. I feel like that's not cute. But as far as she goes, I don't care. Like, yeah, I'm not that nosy neighbor. I don't care what any of my neighbors are doing. Honestly, it sounds mean, but I do have a good relationship with my neighbors. But
Yeah, you have
I'm
a good
not like,
community.
yeah, I have a good community. Yeah, yeah. In fact, actually, next week we have Bunko. So our neighborhood, the Bunko is happening again next week. And
At the
the
fake
lady
flower house.
hosting,
Just
no,
kidding.
no, no.
Just
The
kidding.
lady hosting is having us bring canned goods. So that's kind of cool. We're like going to
Oh.
donate canned goods. I have to figure out which beans I'm taking over there or something for my pantry. Yeah,
For
but
what though? What's like coming up to donate just because?
yeah, no, she said that when she played in her bunco before, because she played in a different bunco group before she moved here to our neighborhood. She's kind of new to the neighborhood. She would always do that. I'm like, that's a good idea. I'm gonna do that for my bunco. So guys, get ready. Next March, we're also bringing canned goods.
Yeah.
Take them to the nearby. We have like a bunch of nearby places. I mean, every community I think has them, but it's good to be
That is a good
serving.
idea. Yeah, no, for sure. I feel like during the holidays, there's always something here in town, especially because we have like the Condors hockey team. If you bring like a canned good, you get in the game for free or something like that. Don't quote me on that. Maybe they don't. It's not just a can, but it's something like that. But they get massive amounts
That's
of
cool.
cans, and then they donate like around the holidays, which I always think is super awesome because obviously we know that there's people that don't, you know, get to
Yeah.
have all the food that we get
I
to have.
know. I mean, even when I was saying that out loud, like I'll pick a can from my pantry, like I'm blessed that I have that options.
Amen. That's
Yeah,
true.
for sure.
That
But
is true. You need to go take like a whole flat from like Costco, like all the green beans
yeah,
here.
right.
I love Costco.
I know. It's the best shopping, I think. Well,
You can
actually,
shop, you can snack.
I don't like to snack either.
I
Yeah.
don't snack either, but my kids are they like it, and they're
They do?
probably yeah, they
Yeah.
do. And I'm not really a fan, and if it was up to me only, I would not let them snack because I do not like buffets. I do not like things like that. I mean, sometimes in Vegas, because Vegas is, they turn it over pretty quickly, but anything where other people are like touching that I don't know, I am not about. But my husband would eat a hot dog off the street if he thought it smelled good, looked good. Those, ching chings after you go to like
No, those are yes.
I that's like places that we
Well,
shouldn't be boiling, and he loves them.
I agree, but I will say, since moving to Texas, I have been to taco trucks, and before I did not do taco trucks. Like I was a snooty snob about taco trucks, but I don't know if it's because I don't know if because I feel like they are cleaner here. I don't know that that's the truth. I don't think so, because honestly, I don't even know that Texas restaurants are I don't know the rules, to be honest. But
Do they have
we
like the
don't
regular
have
taco,
this
right? Oh,
class. We don't have the A. Like we don't have the no. We don't have grades here.
huh.
So who knows? It could be better or worse. I don't know, but we don't have grades.
I feel
We
like
don't
what's better
know.
about it is that you don't know.
Well,
Okay?
that's true.
Because I feel like if when I go and they have like a B, and especially if they have a C, I'm like, "Get me out of here."
Oh
But I
no,
don't even really know what the code is. Like, I don't know what the like what how were we measuring that? We don't know. But
I
in
mean,
California, you get like an A, B, or C, and then I
yeah,
don't think you can get lower than that or you get shut down.
right.
But I would definitely not prefer to eat at a B.
Have you ever even seen a C though? I've never seen a C. I mean, I've seen
Yes,
mostly A's, but
yes.
I've seen a few B's, which I'm not about to go
The
to.
B's are green, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I think they're
Been a
green.
minute since I saw
I don't
any
even know if I've
grades. That's
seen
what
a
I'm saying.
C.
We have no grades.
Yeah, I don't know if there's I mean, I think there is a C, but I don't know. I don't know that I've ever seen one, and I know I've never eaten at one because that would send me over the edge. But what I will say is the one thing oh, no, you know what? I've seen a C. I'm not gonna say the place though, because that's
Yeah,
just
don't say it. Yeah.
but when it first started, some of the places that didn't get A's were, like, some of our favorite places. Like, I'm like,
Um,
"What happened?" But I think part of that was, older buildings, different things, so people had to, like, do upgrades, but yeah, anyway, we are so far off the topic. So, let me tell you what happened to me today, though,
yeah,
'cause
what happened?
so I, first of all, went to get my kids, that's why I look like a drowned rat, on our golf cart because
It was
we
raining?
no, 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 it's
Then
hot
why are you a drowned rat? Oh,
because
from
I was
sweat.
sweating,
I
yeah.
got it. Okay.
And we acquired a dog recently, because you guys, I talked about my best friend Shara who passed, and she had picked out this dog for her and her son's dad. They're not together, and so she had picked out this dog for their family. Though they definitely co-parented. It was like they had like a neat relationship. I know you're laughing already. And so they called and were like, "We can't have the dog anymore. Shara picked this dog out. Do you want it? If you don't, we're gonna have to give it to another home." It was like, "Yes, I want it." Shara's dog. Come home. I'll take care of it. But Bevo,
Meet the other dogs that are at your home because you have already.
I know, right? He's a Bernedoodle though. He's cute. He doesn't shed. He's
He
like
is cute.
obsessed with Penny. Penny's, shining in this, loving every second of it. Anyway, long story short, I'm on the golf cart, sweating my booty off, doing hot laps and different things because school comes and obviously like all of my kids have different drop off times or no, not that's not true. Two of my kids have different drop two. 3, 2 go at the same time, 1 goes at a different time in the morning, but in the afternoon, everybody gets out at a different time. So there's, like, no point in driving all the way home and then all the way back.
Right.
So, I pick up my little guy, we're just doing laps, and he was nervous that Bevo might jump out of the golf cart even though Bevo's like a human. Bevo just thinks he's supposed to sit in the seat. Nash is like, "You gotta move." Nash was literally on the bottom, like, on the floorboard, and Bevo was on the seat. we have plenty of seats, but Nash was like, I got to be next to him. Anyway, that wasn't the funny part. So the funny part is I tied like his leash just in case he tried to jump off or something. So he was all excited when we got home finally. He had to have been sweating because he's, a dog, a lot of fur. And when he went to get off, he like did a flip because he forgot that he was like tied on. I thought Nash was gonna lose his
Oh
mind.
no.
I've never seen him crack up so fast, but he was like a ninja. Like he's like, "Mom, I think he's partly cat. Like you said, he's into dogs. I think he's partly cat because he did like a flip, but like landed on his feet. And so we were all cracking up. But yeah, the the golf cart is amazing, and it's really good for drop off
Pick
and
up.
pick up because you can get in between. People don't really judge, even if they do. Like you don't care because you're like beep beep. I'm on a golf cart.
Yeah.
Because I would have lost my mind if not. So, yeah, so I got a lot of errands and different things done today, except for the fact, again, Bevo, another Bevo story. He, because he's new to us, he had different food, and the dog has
Oh
literally sharted himself
oh,
just.
no.
So, needless to say, I don't even have time to look cute on a dang Zoom because I have been cleaning up doggy doo doo all day.
Yeah, that's not
Um,
fun.
No, it's not fun. But I also, it's okay because we love him and I think he's better now. But I was like, of course, the kids go back to school. This is a perfect job for my kids. They can be cleaning this up.
Yeah.
Instead, it's me over here, I always tease my kids that they're always like, what do you want us to do when they're bored? And I'm like, go clean. And they're like, what? No, that's your job. I'm like, no, no, no. That's why I had you guys. You're all the little Cinderellas. Go clean. And they're like, what? This is crazy. But no, it was my duty today. No pun intended. Ba-dum-ba-bum.
Don't I?
Um, but
Yeah.
anyway, yeah. So
Well,
today's been wild and crazy, but it's been fun.
I did go get Blake in the pickup line today. Once I got back to town, it was like perfect timing to go get him. So I went and got him. Some days we are sitting in that line like an hour early, which I personally don't prefer to do. But since my husband and I both go together, and since Matt's gonna drive, I'm like, fine, you drive. I like bring my laptop or like I bring my stuff. Like sometimes we have good conversations, and sometimes I'm like, I'm in work mode, just like, but I'll come along because I'm like, why are we even really going so early? But if we don't get there before the line fills up through the school, then we end up having to wait in the street. And that is like his biggest pet peeve. For me, I'm like, why don't we go there 5 minutes late? Because the line will have already started moving. We could
That's
just like
genius.
peel in, grab our kid, and go.
That's genius.
Yeah, but the kids actually prefer his method because they want to come out of school and like get in the car right away. And if they have to wait for my method, then they're one of the later kids that gets picked up. So
Yeah. Nobody wants to be that, which is
I'm
funny to
outvoted
me.
here.
Which is funny to me that nobody wants to be that because when we were younger, we had a single mom, obviously,
Yeah.
and she did well, but my mom never cared when she picked me up. Like it could be 5 o'clock at night. We got out at 3:30 and she'd be like, I told you I'd get there when I get there. Like I would tell the teachers by. Literally, I'd be sitting waiting, especially if Ricky had remember when you'd had practice and you're like, "I cannot come get you," and I'm like, "Whoa, oh my god. Okay, that's fine." I'd be sitting out there, and this is like before like there were gates like around the school. I mean, all of the different things. We had
Oh,
like
we went to a safe school. It's not like mom left you for,
yeah, it was safe, but I was bored. I would just like pick the grass. Like no wonder I have all these allergies. I was sitting outside greeting the teachers goodbye, telling them like, "Hey, have a nice day. Are you good?" I'm good. Yeah, she's totally gonna be here, acting like it was no bigs. I'm like, this is ridiculous. So when my kids complain that I'm late, I'm like, you have no idea. Like, I
Yeah,
feel like an old lady that's like, I had to walk to school uphill in the snow, but
it's the truth.
I'm
Well,
a
there's
really
the
good
thing
way.
though. The school though was like nice that we could just like chill outside, right?
That's true.
This school where I'm at right now, the
No,
kids, no, if the line, God forbid, that the line does, flow through and then there's no more cars for like 5 seconds,
they take them in.
they take them in.
Yeah, I hate
Yes, and then they have them call you.
I
Like,
think
they're
that's
on
rude.
speed dial, and I'm like, Okay," and I'm literally, like, driving there, this has only happened, like, maybe 3, maybe 5 times, to be honest. I'm like,
So
"Okay, I
true.
am around the corner, like, it's been 5 seconds. Can someone give me 5 minutes of grace, right?"
Yes, I'm about the grace.
Yeah.
That's one of those things I work really hard on is, like, being on time. But, okay, and also, by the way, my kids, if I ever am late, which does not happen very often, it's like minutes. It's not the end of the world.
That's what I'm saying.
And I am thoroughly offended if they take them to the office. Like, I'm like, "Listen, if I'm gonna give you grace of 10 minutes to get them there early, you can give me grace of 10 minutes to get there late,
Yeah.
okay? Like, where are you going? You're going back to
Well,
the classroom to do nothing. Just give me a second."
I know you live down the street from the school, so that makes it nice
True.
because your kids could technically even walk home, right? But you go get
Technically.
them, which is nice. But for me, obviously, I need to put them either on the bus or go pick up. I have, you don't know how many parents look at me like I'm crazy when I say I pick up. And
Yeah.
I give them the same look back, like, okay, because so your kid's a bus rider. Like, especially I feel like if you're at home, go get your kid. Okay. And I have friends that are probably
Totally
listening going like, wow.
rude.
But here's the thing, I've told them to their face, so it's okay. This is not the first time they've heard it. Because I'm like, listen, I mean, I get it, but like also your kid has to sit on a nasty, sweaty. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm going back to my days. They're
I
probably
was
clean
gonna
nice
say,
now.
you're traumatized from when you
They're
had
probably
to
clean
wake
and
up.
nice, but I feel like it's uncomfortable being on a bus. It's
It
hot.
stinks.
It stinks. There's
Ugh.
kids that are bullies on there. You know what I mean? Like there's not that my kids can't hold their own, okay? Because we've told
Yeah.
them, don't back down, but still, you know what I mean? Like you don't want to be put in that situation. And so I'm like, I'll just go pick them up.
Yeah.
And actually, I know that one day I'm going to miss picking them up. So I'm just going to keep picking them up. But my friends are like, really? Are you sure? Why? Why don't you just have them? I mean, there's literally a bus stop. And this is the truth too. Like over across the street and over one house, that's the bus stop. But
But
here's the
you're
other
like,
issue.
"We beat the bus home every day." What are you talking
Basically,
about?
exactly. I'm like,
What are you talking about?
I'm at home for 30 minutes and then I see that guy pull up, right? And in the morning, I don't want to get up 75 years early, right?
It's
Like
true.
I'm not trying to be up at 4:15 to get my kids to the bus stop by
Yeah.
5:30 a.m. when they
Well,
don't start school till 7:45.
that is true, and one thing I will let you know about that too is my kids maybe are a little bit bougie too, or we're brats, or I don't know what it is, but my kids think they wanna ride the bus, all of them. They all
Yeah.
start out thinking they're begging, "Please, can we ride the bus?" My
Yeah.
oldest has went to junior high now and had to ride the bus, and, by the way, called me every day to ask if she was a bus person or pickup. And I'm like, "You wanted to be a bus person, so, like, you're a bus person. That's what you're doing,"
Yeah.
which I don't live that far from that school either, but I was like, "No, you're riding the bus, remember? This was, like, your dream, you know?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "Mom," like, she literally, like, and at first I kinda did it just to be funny because 'cause I'm like, "Ha, told you," and I love to be right, so there's that, you know? And she loves to be right, and this one, she's like, "Listen, whatever I did, whatever I said, like, I am so sorry, like, I do not wanna be a bus person anymore," and I'm like, "Ha, told you," because
Yeah.
it's not as fun, and literally, like what you're saying is, you're already home, and so it's like you just sit and wait for your kids to get home when you could be doing 100 other things, and I'm not a, like, hurry up and wait person anyway, I gotta get stuff done, like, once
Yeah.
school's out, it's go time, like, I don't stop until the kids go to bed, doing all the different things, but yeah, I totally agree with that. I think that it's better to definitely be
I feel like it's better. And I mean, of course, I'm exaggerating. The bus doesn't come at 4:30 in the morning, right? But it does come earlier. So, I mean, I have these little night owls, and especially right now, this first week, like it would be crazy. It's crazy me taking them, and I'm
yeah.
letting them get that extra 20 minutes in, right? Because we had a wild and crazy summer. I don't know. No, it's because we didn't care early, which may or may not be bad. I don't know. Some parents are probably like, "Wow, you guys are raising feral children. You let them stay up past midnight," but we did. Especially
You
my
guys stay up late though.
we do. And you know, I didn't used to. Oh my gosh. Before Matt was retired, I did not like to stay up late. In fact, we all got up early, and I feel like you're more productive in the morning. In fact, I've been trying to kind of live with that mantra and get up earlier in the morning, but since I go to bed so late sometimes, I'm like, yeah, that's just not real life because I also need to sleep. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm in
Well,
kind of a weird
fun
situation with
fact for
that.
you, you don't have to have another kid to if you're trying to get skinny again is what you're saying,
I
because
know.
sleep helps. If you don't sleep,
I
you hold on
know.
to so much, and honestly, like, I'm not fat shaming anybody, every size is a great size. Personally, I just like to be on the smaller end, and when I don't sleep, it doesn't work for me. My face
Yeah.
gets puffy, I don't like it, and I feel like it's very necessary, and I will stand firm on this platform all the time too because my husband's opposite. He literally thinks you don't need to sleep. Sleep is not like he
Yeah,
can
but
just
that's a
go,
guy
go, go,
thing.
go,
I
go,
feel like
go.
that's a guy thing.
That's true.
It's proven in studies, guys don't have to sleep as much as women do. I'm like,
That's true.
cool. Every single time my husband says that, I'm like, I'm so glad you know that. So remember that. Take care of the kids. I'm going to
Yeah.
sleep. I'm kidding. I don't
Tap,
do
you're it.
that,
Hey, but you know why that probably is? Because when we have the babies and you get up all through the night to feed them, I also remember husbands like to sleep through that. You're like, "Hey, look, this
yeah.
is 50." Like, "Hello, our baby." They're like, "You got this. You got this." That's how I became a weirdo with all my shows because it's like I was just hanging out by myself, feeding the baby, the baby's, like, staring
Yeah.
at you, you're, like, staring back, "Please go to sleep. Please go to sleep," but that's not happening, so whatever. So we make up for it later in life. That's what it comes down to, okay? So,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, anyway, I don't know. These
More to life, more school stories, I'm sure, as the year goes on. I'm actually excited about this school year because my kids are at 3 different schools again, which that makes it a little complicated. But um, they're all like good ages,
Mhm.
like third grade, um, pretty independent, right? And then eighth grade, that's kind of exciting, and big, queen of the campus,
Yeah, and
whatever.
we can get
And
into
then
that later.
junior year,
Why do you have so many gaps? We can get into that
oh,
conversation
we
next time
could,
because
yeah,
that drives me insane. Insane. I hate when people ask that because my kids are far apart too. It's
yeah.
like, and I don't know. People ask weird questions. So
They do
there's
ask good questions sometimes. Like,
but that one I'm always super annoyed about. I'm like, I always tell people like, "Well, we had different plans, but God's got jokes." Like I said, we can get into that one later. We cannot
okay.
keep everybody here forever.
Okay.
Um, it's been so much fun though,
Yes,
just hanging with you. I love hanging with you, sis. I hope you love hanging with me as much.
I do, of course. Yes, so much fun, guys. So much fun talking about real life, real things, real sisterhood. That's what we are right here. And I'm excited we get to share the time together each week.
Yes, like, share, follow. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram. We just like to connect with you guys and have a little bit of fun. And hopefully, we've made your day a little bit better. So, love you guys. Let's go, sis.
Let's
Love
go,
you like
sis.
yes. Love you like a sis,
That's
right?
right. That's
Okay.
right.